welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be testing and reviewing another foundation. So the foundation I've got here is the Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid Foundation. Now this is in the shade 2, which is fair beige. You're getting 30 ml of product, which is pretty standard for a foundation. This is a satin finish, so ideal for anyone that's got dry, normal to dry skin, whereas your matte foundations would be more for your oily to combination skin. This is also a poreless perfection foundation, so ideal because sometimes I do suffer from big pores. So if you want to see how this foundation applies to the skin, how it wears, and does it really get rid of these pores, keep on watching. Okay, so I'm just going to take the lid off of this. And as you can see, it comes with a pump, which is ideal. I mean, I really like foundations that have pumps. It just makes everything less of a hassle. So in like my last video when I was doing the MUA foundation, I'm going to just go for 2 pumps and we'll see how we go. If we need more, we can apply more. So just on the back of my hand, I'm going to go 1, 2. Not getting a hell of an amount of product on your hand with 2 pumps, but sometimes a little goes a long way. So I'm just going to pop this on the side. What I will say is a nice creamy formula, a nice consistency. It is thick consistency, but not as thick as the MUA Skin Define foundation we tried out. So far I'm liking this. The smell, not much of a smell there. If anything, a wee bit, the only way I could describe it is like a talc smell, a nice fresh clean smell, but not overly scented, which again is good. So I'm just using my Real Technique stippling brush for this, and I'm just going to go in and just start applying all over. I already have cleansed my face. I'm using the simple face wash. I've also used my simple light moisturiser, and then I've primed my face as well with the Revolution Blur primer. I'll link all the products that I have used prior to foundation in the description box below. So basically all I'm doing is just dabbing some of that product all over my face, and then we can start working it in. This foundation is going on rather nice. I like to just push it in the skin first, because I normally when I'm applying foundation, I do tend to go over it with my beauty blender so that I'm putting it further into the skin. What I would probably say with this foundation is this is maybe just slightly on the lighter side for myself, but it's not looking too bad. I mean, I am pretty pale anyway, living in Scotland. I'd rather be on the lighter side than too dark. But I have to say, this is blending in up like really, really nice. Feels really nice on the skin. Again, another lightweight foundation. And when you're applying it, it is quite a nice smell. I think, and you know what, that 2 pumps has done me fine. I don't even think I'm going to attempt to put any more on. I don't want to look too heavy and caked. You probably can't see, I've still got some little streaks here, but that's why I use my beauty blender. Because with every foundation I use, I end up with little blotches until I use my beauty blender. But I have to say, so far so good. I'm obviously going to do a close-up look to see how it's looking. So just before I use the beauty blender, I'm going to go and have a look. I also like to put a bit of foundation and concealer on my lips because it just holds your lipstick better all day, or I find that that's better. Now, let's have a look. You know what, that has done really well, I have to say. My pores don't look as prominent as sometimes they do, so again, that seems to have worked. I'm so far impressed. It's not even sitting on the skin just with the brush. The shade for me, I think, would maybe just on the lighter side, I have to say. Normally I do like something that's just ever so slightly darker, but I would get away with it. To be honest, it's not a major deal. Like I said, living in Scotland, I'm probably as white as milk. So now what I'm going to do is, now that I've done that with my brush, I'm just going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to go again and push that even further into the skin. As you can see, I'm quite red today. I really should have put colour corrector on underneath, but hey ho. So that's one thing, it's not getting rid of my redness there. But again, I've only used 2 pumps. If you want to be more full coverage, then probably add another pump, maybe even another pump and a half, just to see how you go. But for me, this is just enough for me. I don't want to look too caked in foundation. Not only that, I will be adding concealer as well and powder. So again, well guys, I'm liking this foundation a lot. I really am. It's done what it says. My pores are pretty well covered. I mean, you can still see 1 or 2 of them, obviously just around here at the nose, but I would say definitely the majority of my pores have been blurred, if you like. I'm not picking them up as much. And the foundation has went into the skin really, really nice. It's not sitting on top. And it just felt really nice on the skin. Like I said, a nice creamy consistency. It was a little thicker, but not as thick as the MUA Skin Define. So it was just a really nice foundation to work with. It went on the skin really easy, blended out really easy, and like you saw, I didn't need to do overly much to that today to get it to go into the skin. So yeah, this is 2 pumps, so for me this is sort of your medium coverage. If you wanted a full coverage, I would suggest using another pump and a half, depending how full coverage you want. But for me, this is just ideal. It's covering what I want it to cover, and it's still looking quite natural and like my own skin. And to be honest, I know the shade is slightly lighter than what I'm used to, but it's not. As you can see, it's blended in pretty well to my own skin tone, so I would get away with that no problem. This has SPF 13 in it as well, so just to let you guys be aware of that, it does have that in there as well. But I am really, really liking this foundation. And again, between my L'Oreal and this one, I would say this would be quite a number. This would be a close second to my L'Oreal True Match. Actually, I would say, even because of how well it's went on and how nice it's sitting on the skin, I would probably even say this maybe has the push over my L'Oreal True Match. Never thought I would say that, but it has. And you know what? Looking at the shade now, I probably would stick with this Fair Beige because it's okay for my skin tone. I mean, I am generally this white. What you're seeing on camera is how white I am. So I would get away with this foundation, and it's done everything it said it would. So I am thoroughly impressed. So I'm also going to show you guys the concealer that I'm using right now. I've only used it once, and that was yesterday I used this. So this is the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and this is in the shade Porcelain. And I have to say, amazing. Amazing. This I got off of Beauty Bay, and it is £5. £5. And when you open it up like this, you're just getting your brush, and it's so easy to apply. I'm going to show you guys right now. I just you just squeeze the bottom of your tube and just start applying. So yeah, that's tend to where I apply my concealer. Looking good. And then I typically start off by using this round brush here for my concealer because I just like getting into the eye area. And all I'm doing is just pushing that into the skin. And then I do go over it with my beauty blender to push it in even further. But I absolutely love the finish you get with this concealer. It's just a really nice finish. And it's so easy to work with. It's just a nice creamy consistency and you're not having to work too hard to get it out onto your skin. And then all I do is just take my beauty blender just to push that in even further. And you're done. So yeah, absolutely loving this concealer. I would highly recommend this to anybody. The LA Pro Concealer, the LA Girl Pro Concealer is just amazing. I am absolutely loving this. The first time I bought this, I bought the wrong shade and couldn't use it. So now I finally got my hands on the porcelain. So again, guys, you definitely need to invest in this concealer and see what you think. And so far, loving the Maybelline foundation. I have to say, it's just really nice on the skin. And it's actually given me a nice, healthy looking finish, which is good. And because I do suffer from dry skin, as you guys well know, this foundation is pretty good for that. Anybody with dry skin needs to invest in a satin finish foundation. A matte foundation, like I said at the beginning of this video, is more for your oily combination skin. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go and apply the rest of my makeup, and I'm going to come back with a full face to let you see, rewind, to let you guys see how the foundation works with a full face of makeup. So we'll see you soon. Okay guys, so full face of makeup done. As you can see, I've went very glam with lots of blues and silvers, and the foundation is doing amazingly well. I just checked before I came on camera and it is still pretty much holding its own. I'm just going to have another quick look here to see how it's looking on the face. Give me 2 seconds, I'm so unorganised. I've just had to run about chasing my little girl into things she shouldn't be. So yeah, definitely the foundation is looking great. There is no cracking. The pores have been blurred. I do have 1 or 2 still, but compared to what I would normally have, that's nothing. It just looks really nice finish. It just gives the skin a nice healthy glow. And I am really happy with how it's holding up at the minute, to be honest. Like I said, it applied really well. It was a nice creamy consistency. Again, a little thicker than probably the L'Oreal True Match, but not as thick as the MUA Skin Define. It went on the skin well, it blended out well. I didn't even need to use much in the form of my blending sponge. It just went into the skin really, really well. And like I said, it's not sitting on top, there's no cracking. I'm coming a little bit forward for you. As you can see, I still have some pores just down the side, but compared to what I usually would do, that's pretty good in my opinion. And like I said, it's a nice lightweight foundation and it just looks so far lovely. Now I'm going to timestamp this for you. So it is just about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I've got a few things to do. And then we're going to come back within a few hours, and again we'll see how it lasts and holds up. But so far I'm extremely happy with this foundation, and the colour is actually not too bad, to be honest. Like I've said many times, generally I am very, very white. So I will be back very shortly to let you see how it's holding up. See you guys soon. So we're back from all my running about. I've got everything done that I needed to, and you'll just have to excuse the boxes in the back because I've received a huge Avon order, so let's just ignore that. So let's say where we are. We are now at just about the 6:20 mark, so that's maybe what, 3 hours, 20 minutes maybe, give or take, that we've had this foundation on. And let me just get my mirror out so I can have a good look at what's going on here. So there's no crack into the skin. The foundation is pretty much where I left it, which is good. What I am noticing is just ever so slightly here, I don't know if you guys could tell, there's just some of it has started to wear off just here and here, and ever so slightly here. Now I don't know if that's me or if it's the foundation itself, so I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. But other than that, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this foundation. It was just so easy to work with. I mean, applying it was so easy. It was a really creamy formula, and it was thick, but not as thick as the MUA Skin Divine. And I just think it was the right consistency for applying with. And like that, it blended it really well, and I didn't have to put much effort into getting it into the skin and putting it where I want it. The colour has stayed true to shade, which is good. It didn't oxidise at all. It is the same shade as I put it on today. Whereas if you guys remember in my last video, the MUA Skin Divine, it did oxidise ever so slightly. So I'm really happy with the shade actually. I thought it was going to be a bit light, just ever so slightly too light, but seeing it against my own skin, it's pretty much near bang on my skin tone, because like that, I'm like a ghost. Like I've said before, I live in Scotland. So yeah, that's a bonus that it stayed the shade that it's supposed to be. Like I said, you're getting a good 30 ml of product with this, and definitely this is a satin finish, which just gives you a nice, healthy, dewy look. Also, like I said earlier in my video, the satin finish to me is more for like normal to dry skin, and your matte finish foundations would be ideal for more of your normal combination skin. But I'm really, really liking this. I would say I would use this probably just as much as my True Match from L'Oreal. Poreless Perfection did not bad actually with my pores. There's still just some at the side here, but nothing major, not compared to what I'm normally used to. So again, that's also good. Now I picked this up at Superdrug. I honestly, guys, can't remember how much I paid for it. I'm really bad at that. I really need to keep receipts because that would help out lots. But I'll link all that in the description box below so that you guys can see how much it was. And like I said, it's got the SPF 13 as well in there. I've got a really lazy eye. It's doing something very weird. But yeah, I would recommend this to you. I would say definitely give it a go, because I've had no issues with it today at all, and I really quite like it. So if you've liked this video and you've liked what you saw about the foundation, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please do now, because that would help me out a ton. So until the next video, guys, thank you for watching. You take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye.